Do house cleaners charge tax for cleaning services? It's a great question. We're going to talk about it today. Hi there, I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. Now, if you're new here, yay, super excited that you are. We're here 5 days a week, and we answer your house cleaning questions. So subscribe if you have not already. When you come back to YouTube or you come back to your podcast feed, we will be here waiting for you, and we can carry on the conversation. All right, on to today's show. We have a house cleaner that called into the show and she wanted to know, is she supposed to charge tax from the customer for the cleaning services that she offers? The good news is this: in most cases, the answer is no, okay? In most cases. In America, there are 4 states in which there is an exception, and yes, you must, in fact, charge sales tax. All right, so in order to find out, go to your Department of Revenue for the state that you live in and find out what the rules and regulations are based on where you live. Now, the rule of thumb across the board has been, if your service is attached to a product, the rules are different. And this is where it gets convoluted and a little bit messy, but see if you can stay with me here. A service by itself, like I come clean your house, is not taxable as far as me charging you sales tax. I'm the house cleaner, you're the customer. I would not charge you sales tax. But if my service resulted in a product that you ended up keeping, then yes, I would. So for example, let's say that a deck guy comes out to repair a broken board in your deck. Okay, so he would come out and he would perform that service, and I would pay him for that service. And then no, I do not pay him the sales tax. He does not charge me for sales tax. All right, the flip side of it is, if his work on my deck resulted in a new product, then yes, I would. So for example, let's say that I did not have a deck, but he came over to the house with a bunch of boards and he built me a deck. Okay, the service for building the deck would be combined with the price of the package itself. So I'd pay for the deck and his service, right? So because his service resulted in a new product, I then pay him tax on the service he provides. So like, let's say that I bought a new air conditioning unit for my home. The air conditioning unit does not put itself inside my home. I have to have somebody come out and install that for me. Now, they're not coming to my house except to install something, which means because I bought the product, it is required, right? It is required that I have someone install it. Otherwise, my air conditioning unit does not work. So when the repair guy comes to install my air conditioning unit, I have to pay the tax on the air conditioning unit, and I have to pay the tax on the installation because his being here resulted in a new product for my home. Does that kind of sort of make sense? So as house cleaners, we just go to people's houses, we bring our own supplies, we are doing a service, we get in their home, we leave their home. They don't end up with anything more than we arrived with when we came to clean. So for the most part, no, we do not charge sales tax, but you need to find out, because I don't want to stand here and say that the rules don't apply to you, because all of the tax rules apply to all of us. And if we get this wrong, and I say it's better to be safe than sorry, it's better to find out from your state that you don't have to pay and you don't have to charge than it is to be sorry. Because if you're audited and it's found out that your state does charge sales tax on services, then you have to make up the difference. And so going back to a customer for, let's say that you were there bi-weekly, so that's 26 cleanings a year, to go back to a customer for 26 cleanings and say, hey, here are the taxable amounts on all of your cleaning. Can you pay me that? They're not going to pay you, okay? So it would come out of your pocket as a business owner. And so just a quick, and I'm going to leave links in the show notes, but a quick verification on the state that you live in will help keep you in the clear so that you're not charging tax unnecessarily, right? So if your state says, yes, you do have to have taxes, you got to charge taxes, there's a form you have to fill out, and you cannot collect tax from a customer unless you fill out that form. So again, I'm going to leave links in the show notes to where you can go to get more information on this for your state. So I don't want you to be surprised and think like, oh, I'm exempt. I don't have to pay taxes, or I don't have to charge taxes from my services. You might be very wrong and you might be mistaken, and then it's going to be my fault because you're going to come back and blame me. So I'm here to tell you, find out the rules based on where you live and double check so that you're not in a state of surprise. All right, I hope that helps a little bit. If it does, please pass this on to a friend. If we've earned your subscription, please subscribe. And until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.